I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with a 3-minute cattle market update for Wednesday, October the 28th. The board's moved lower this week. I'm not sure if we're in just another correction. Seems like we're always in some kind of a correction no matter which way it goes, but also some pressure brought on from the World Health Organization's findings that they believe that processed meats are linked to cancer. They went as far as put salami on the same list with cigarette smoke and asbestos. Then they said that red meat as a general rule just probably causes cancer, which is really quite a finding and something to put out there whenever it really makes an impact on a lot of different businesses and a lot of different economies all over the world. But you know, most of your processed meats are pork, but the pork lean hog market hasn't been down as hard as the cattle have. Live cattle on Monday for October was down $1.47. Tuesday was down $2.87 to close Tuesday at $136.67. Feeder cattle for October Monday was down $1.37 and Tuesday was down $1.07. Ending Tuesday at $192.60. Chicago Mercantile Exchange feeder cattle index is 193.99. Your Cattle Market Central real-time index is 193.15, but it's always more up to date because it includes the things that just happened in real time. There you go for the RTI. And Cattle Market Central, you don't have to be some kind of a wizard to get on there. Just go cattlemarketcentral.com and you can log in and get a whole lot of information real time on your feeder cattle markets. Your live cattle weighted averages on a negotiated basis last week were disappointing. We really didn't know what the market was till we come out Monday with the mandatory information. But your live steers weighted average 135.38. That was up 243, but we really were expecting something better than that. Did have some 138 on the top end. Your dressed steers at 208.49 was up 351. It was just really disappointing, and more than anything is because they backed the kills off again, and these packers just control everything with how many cattle that they're slaughtering every week. Last week was in the 550s instead of in the 570s, and that 20 to 30,000 right there really makes the difference of us cleaning up cattle or getting behind. We've already had a few this week in Iowa from 132 to 134, which may not really be any weaker because it was some bigger cattle, and 207 on a dress basis. But look at some live feeder cattle prices. In Oklahoma City had 7,500 feeders, steady and a light test. We're about out of yearlings, guys. We are out of yearlings to speak of, really. And most of your cattle weighing over 7 are just big calves. Calves were steady for the most part, with some wheat cattle that are ready to turn out on wheat, which would be most of your 450 to 600 pound steer calves with the right condition and wean, were as much as $10 higher. Joplin had 4,600 on Monday. Feeders steady to $3 lower there. Calves steady to $4 lower. Some heifers as much as $10 lower. We have had a frost in most of your major areas in the central part, which is going to help on your health and could help some of these balling calves find some homes a little bit easier. Look at Cattle Market Central, some real-time quotes there. McCook, Nebraska had 2 loads weighing 790 pounds at 203 1/4. Look at Phillips, South Dakota. They've had over 10,000 head at their weekly auction. This is like the 3rd week in a row. Had over 10,000 head again this week, and mostly just calves, a lot of really top quality ranch calves there. You look on your Cattle Market Central market report out of Phillips, South Dakota, had 3,400 5-weight steers, averaged 226.21. That's only less than $2.50 lower than last week's average. And on your heifers, your 5-weight heifers averaged 201.86, which is down just less than $1. Pratt, Kansas had a special this week on Tuesday there, had 110 replacement quality heifers, weighed 518 at 223. Check out DV Auction this week. The CK Angus in Hope Hull, Alabama is having their first production sale right there on Friday. That's 3 minutes or 4 minutes. We'll talk to you later in the week.